Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Neely and we're talking about 5 ways to boost engagement on Instagram. All right, so we're talking about 5 different ways to boost engagement on Instagram for free.
Now I'm so happy.
All right, so we're talking about 5 different ways to boost Instagram engagement. Now, when I talk about engagement, I'm really talking about likes, comments, follows, DMs, basically any interaction on Instagram. And I know a lot of business owners, a lot of people building up their personal brands get frustrated because they're not getting the likes they want to, they're not getting the comments they'd like to see. They're not getting the follows and they're definitely not getting any DMs. And if they are, it's those stupid autoresponder bots that should just go away. So which brings me to my first point, basically the first of 5 different ways to boost engagement, and that's to engage, right? Social media is about being social, people. So what that means is you have to go out and start liking. You have to go out and start commenting on different posts. And I don't mean like just going on different posts and going lit, fire, T-Rex emojis, random other emojis, just super generic comments that can apply to anything. What I want you to do is actually read the caption that they wrote, that your followers wrote, and comment. Another thing you can do is go on Instagram search, right? And we're gonna do it right now. I'll have it right here for you. So let me just record this. So you're gonna go ahead and go to Instagram search. Type in a hashtag that is relevant to your business. For me, I really love to help people with their personal brand. So I'm going ahead and search personal brand. And then you can either go to the top posts and check out the kind of the most popular. I like going after recent. Really just find a random post. Cool, I got this guy per 2. The beginning is the hardest. All right, so after you basically read the caption, this was a pretty long one, go ahead and like the post and add a heartfelt comment. So that is so awesome to hear. So many people are afraid of that first step. Glad you took it. And post. And for bonus points, like other people's comments on that post and get recognition. And if you want to reply to another comment, that's brownie points too. So I would recommend to spend at least 20 to 30 minutes a day engaging on social media and not just lurking and trolling through feeds like I know I get caught up in. Actually engage and comment and start building out that community. Especially if you're just not one and done, like you continually to have conversations with the same people over and over, they're going to recognize that and they're going to want to respond to your stuff, and chances are your content's going to start popping up on their feed because they're interacting with you more. Number 2 way to build engagement on Instagram is when you actually get comments on your post, comment back, right? They took the time of day to have that beginning interaction and left their 2 cents on your post. Even if it's super generic, go ahead and comment back and make sure your response is generic. Don't just put a thanks, that's a great comment, the little hand emojis, whatever it is. Put a comment that actually means something. Again, they took the time out of the day to have a conversation with you. Have a conversation back. Ask them a question. Ask them what they liked most about it. Ask them what they'd like to see next. Really, the sky is the limit. Continue the conversation. Again, social media is about being social.
You don't say.
All right, number 3 way to boost engagement on Instagram is to mix up the hashtags. Don't just post the same hashtags over and over and over, and especially if they're just super popular and generic hashtag. What you want to do is look for what's called long tail hashtags. Those are pretty specific and unique. And the reason why you want to use long tail hashtags is because there's not a lot of popularity behind it, so your posts are not going to get buried. If you try to go after like hashtag fun or hashtag summer, your posts are not going to show up. But if you go after, say, personal branding for fitness coaches, that's a pretty long tail hashtag. It's probably not going to have as much popularity behind it, so your posts are not going to get buried. So do some research on those hashtags. all-hashtag.org. Super hard to say. That was like my 7th take. is a great site to kind of research and look for different hashtags that are being used. The fourth way to boost engagement on Instagram is to write better captions. Don't put just a generic quote. Don't just put a one-liner or some random emojis. What people are doing nowadays are essentially just blogging within their Instagram account. Obviously not as in-depth as an actual blog, but they're putting a lot of content behind their captions. And the more storytelling that you can give, especially about you, the better. People follow you for a reason because they like who you are. The more that you open up and become vulnerable and tell about your life, your struggles, your wins, your opportunities that you've received, the better. So start writing captions that actually matter. Yes, it's going to take you a lot longer, but it's going to be worth it. And a pro tip, you don't have to type everything on your phone. Go to sites like later.com and you can schedule out your Instagram posts on your computer, write out your captions and your hashtags on a computer. You can obviously write them much, much faster. I know when I first started, I didn't know that was a thing. I was constantly doing it on my phone, lots of autocorrect issues, and it took forever. It just wasn't any fun. And then someone showed me later.com, and there's some other cool sites out there too, but it really, really opened up and I can actually create content a lot faster and it's a lot more enjoyable because writing on this thing is not that much fun, I can assure you. And the fifth way to build engagement on Instagram is to use Instagram stories. Stories are an incredible way to really open up your world, essentially. You get to do the little play-by-plays of what's going on in your life, some cool things you're eating, talk about your day, talk about your struggles. Again, opening up and using storytelling to shine a different light on who you are. I know with posting on Instagram, just the normal post, sometimes it's hard to create content. But like Gary Vaynerchuk says, you need to document over create. Talk about what you're doing, talk about the struggles. Like if I wanted to go ahead and get an Instagram post in right now as we speak, I can go. And basically be like, all right, so in the middle of a shoot, I got my camera set up, talking about 5 ways to boost engagement on Instagram. Hopefully I'll have this edited tonight, but we'll see. All right, so in the middle of a shoot, I got my camera set up, talking about 5 ways to boost engagement. And posted. Just talk about anything, document what you're doing, let people in, right? It's like a behind the scenes that you get to share with your followers. We go to see a movie not just for the ending, right? We go for the entire thing. We want to see the characters develop. We want to see the plot. We want to see the action. We want to see the twists, the turns, and what took them to get to the end, that final resolution. And if you don't let your followers see the entire story and they only see the final piece, it's going to be hard to really get bought into whatever you're selling or whatever your idea is. So use Instagram stories to build that engagement and to let people into just you, because you are building a personal brand and people want to see what you're doing. They want to be able to relate to you. All right, that's 5 different ways to build engagement on Instagram. See, it's not that hard. I know you can do it. And if you can do it, go ahead and comment below, I can do it.
You can do it!
And make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and ring the bell if you want to know when my next videos are out. But I'm Neely, helping you upskill your brand, signing off.